don't miss the biggest nights in MMA.
We are now set for the main event.
There's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my!
Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
That's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that! The drama keeps continuing, Jenny.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Starts as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Oh, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net.
And shoots. Score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on the Zone.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
Your Eagles are world champions again.
The Zone is the home of boxing.
Really spurs you on, gets you going.
Let's make history. Pure power. There's no way back from this, surely.
The following program is recommended for bad language and flashing imagery.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready. The fight starts now! Let's go.
How do you like it? On the show.
So aggressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this. Weigh in live on DAZN.
We are back in New York City in the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Yesterday was the press conference. Today, the weigh-in, and we've got some sports history on display. This is the actual scale that Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier weighed in before their 1971 fight of the century here at MSG. As for today's events, yes, it's the weigh-in. Yesterday, a lot of verbal fireworks between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. What's going to happen today when they come face-to-face for the final time before they walk the walk tomorrow night at MSG? You're finding out next, live here on DAZN.
Madison Square Garden, January 31st. He's coming to win.
And they just got him. He went down.
I'm coming to win.
Shakur Stevenson.
So let's make that happen. He's from Brick City. I'm from the concrete jungle. Different cities, same skyline, same ambition. I'm coming to conquer. Victory will be mine. Teo's the truth. I'm the truth. I guarantee that. Explosive, powerful. He's facing the king of 140. Fighting like chess. Always thinking a few moves ahead.
Landing clear shots. Just doing great work in there.
My style is calm and precise. That comes from where I'm from. Madison Square Garden is when those paths finally meet.
And we welcome you to New York City, right in the middle of winter, frigid temperatures outside as boxing has taken over Madison Square Garden this week. There's the Knicks' #1 fan, Spike Lee, with Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson getting his own personalized Knicks jersey. And then yesterday, they were here for the press conference at the theater at Madison Square Garden. A lot of verbal fireworks, some back and forth, and entertaining stare down as they get set to meet face-to-face again today for the weigh-in. The final time, they'll stare into each other's eyes before tomorrow night's sold-out crowd will watch them square off for the 140-pound championship of the world. It's Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson fight week, and look who's next to me. Sergio Moore, of course, we don't care about him. But this guy, the newly crowned WBO 147-pound champion, Devin Haney. Congrats on that victory over Brian Norman Jr. What have you been up to since then, and who are you going to fight next?
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, and thank you for the congratulations. Right now I'm just being a fan of the sport. I'm here to enjoy a good night of boxing. I think that this is a great fight. Two fighters in their prime, and I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, you haven't fought either of these guys yet, but you know them very well. Let's start with Teofimo Lopez. Talk about the things that make him so great. He's only lost once in his life.
Yeah, I know these guys very well. I sparred both of them numerous times. I think Teo has to go in there. He has to invest in the body early. He has to go in there and make it a dog fight. He has to make Shakur uncomfortable. He cannot go in there and try to box him, even though I think that Teo is a really good boxer. But I think he has to go in there and he has to make it a fight.
Devin, this is interesting. You say you sparred both of them. What were you able to be successful with Teofimo that you think Shakur is going to be able to be successful with him?
What made me, what made me make Teo uncomfortable was me using my jab, me keeping Teo on the out. Keep him out, taming him with the jab, changing up my speeds. I think that Shakur has to go in there. He has to do both. He has to keep him on the out, keep him and fight him on the end. But also, most importantly, he has to get his respect in there.
How about Teofimo? What can he be successful with Shakur? Do you think that you were able to do with him as well?
Like I said earlier, I think that he has to go in there. He has to make it a fight. He has to make Shakur uncomfortable. What's very important is that it's a blueprint on how to beat Teo. It's not a blueprint on how to beat Shakur. So he has to go in there and do something that we haven't seen someone do against Shakur yet.
A blueprint.
You mentioned the blueprint. George Kambosos Jr. found that blueprint right here at the theater at Madison Square Garden. You beat George twice. Talk about some of those mistakes that George was able to capitalize against Teo in that fight.
I think in that fight, Teo was over-aggressive. I think that's a mistake that Teo cannot make in this fight. He cannot be over-aggressive. He has to put on smart pressure and, like I said, invest in the body early.
The body's going to be it, but Shakur impressed me when he fought Zepeda. Zepeda throws 100 punches, around 1,000 overall. And the way he was able to hurt Zepeda, you think that Shakur has enough to actually get the respect of Teofimo if he lands something cleanly?
Yeah, I think that these are two high-level fighters. I think that they can both hurt each other. When you're at the top, one punch can hurt anybody. So I think that Shakur can hurt Teo, but I don't know. We got to see if Teo gets, over anxious.
Right.
I think he can get hurt.
Well, it's interesting. Shakur Stevenson's talked about his hands being a problem, but he said after his last fight, they felt great. He said they feel better than ever, and he thinks he's going to be able to crack Teofimo Lopez if given the proper opportunity. We're going to see some fight footage here of him, what he did against Padley when he was on the front foot. Do you see a scenario where Shakur in the early rounds stands there in front of him and tries to get his respect?
I think that's what he needs to do. He has to get his respect, or else, Teo is going to, take too many chances and get over-aggressive. I think that he has to get his respect.
And the thing about power, Todd, I don't know if you noticed, no one expected Devin Haney to really hurt a hard puncher like Brian Norman Jr. No one expects Shakur to hurt Teofimo, but that's the thing. Speed and timing and accuracy can actually damage somebody. So if that man right there, if Shakur can start landing shots to the body, that's how I think he gets the attention of an over-aggressive Teofimo Lopez. Of course, the jab frustrating him, staying on the outside, not mixing it up too much with him. There's a lot of ways to hurt and beat a man like Teofimo Lopez.
I'm not going to ask you your official prediction just yet, but what kind of fight do you think we're going to see between these two? Is it going to be exciting? We got a sold-out crowd. Are they going to get their money's worth?
Yes, I think that it's going to be an exciting fight. I think, like I said, it's two high-level fighters going against each other in their prime. I think the fans are in for a good fight.
I think it's going to be a chess match. Two grandmasters that know exactly what they're doing. One on the front foot counterpuncher, the other one defensive on the jab. But there's going to be moments where they're both going to have to cross the line. Shakur's going to have to be the aggressor. Teofimo's going to be on the back foot. That's what makes this, like Devin said, a high fight, IQ type fight. And for all the boxing pundits, all the brilliance in boxing, the sweet science is going to be demonstrated Saturday night.
All right, so that's our main event. I know you're interested in the co-main as well. Keyshawn Davis, he likes to talk about you a lot. Taking on Jermaine Ortiz. What do you make of that matchup?
I think that's another great fight. We haven't seen, we haven't seen Jermaine. I mean, we haven't seen Keyshawn in the ring for a while. You know, we had some stuff that happened in this last fight, so I'm excited to see how he's going to bounce back from that. We know Jermaine. He has fought a lot of good fighters, but at the top, he's lost against the good fighters that he's fought. So it's important to see how Keyshawn can deal with a fighter like Jermaine.
What do you think about Keyshawn's head games? You think, he's the type of guy where he can be on top of the world. Like when he knocked out Lemos, that's when I realized this kid's the real deal, especially if you put a mic in front of him. He can be a potential star. But he also has, he can go off the rails a little bit. Stylistically, how do you think he handles his career going forward?
Yeah, I mean, Keyshawn, like, you never know with him. You never know where his head is at. I think that when his head is in the game, I think that he's a force to be reckoned with. And he seems like his head is in the game right now, and that's why this fight is so important to watch and see how he bounces back.
His head better be in the game because Jermaine Ortiz is a championship spoiler, man. He's the type of guy that he can make anybody, any type of style look bad, even if it is someone like Keyshawn Davis.
Is there another fighter or fight on the card that you're really excited about? I know Jerome, Big Baby Miller is always exciting. Who's your guy that you're looking forward to seeing?
The main event. That's a fight that I really want to see. I want to see if Teo can make Shakur uncomfortable, or if Shakur can make Teo respect him. That's like the fight that I'm really looking forward to.
Well, I know you're 147 right now, but a lot of people watching are like, would you want to face the winner? Is that in your? Could you get Shakur to stay up and fight you? Would you be willing to go down and meet him? What would you be willing to do?
I'm not really interested in going down. Most of my career I've been cutting down. Hurting my performances, hurting my body. Cutting down. Now that I'm 147 pound, champion, that's where I'm going to stay for a while.
I think you fill out 147 nice, and what you did with Brian Norman Jr., who I thought was going to be the boogeyman at welterweight. I mean, you were able to put a beat down on him. I think you feel in nicely, and I think you're 147 to stay.
Thank you, Sergio.
All right, so that's the story of our main event. We're still waiting for the fighters to completely arrive. Some of them here, some of them are not. Also, by the way, Ammo Williams' fight against Carlos Adames. Adames had to pull out. We believe it's because of illness. So right now they believe they got a new fight for Ammo Williams. And Sergio, this is very similar to the last Ammo Williams fight in Texas, a last-second replacement. He's going to have to do the same thing this time. How do you feel about the current state of Ammo Williams?
I was so amped about this fight because Carlos Adames is a little bit of everything. A puncher, a boxer, and Ammo can get hit. Ammo has been knocked out. But that man right there, Adames, was beat by a tall puncher. That's a southpaw, and Patrick Teixeira. That's exactly what Ammo was. It's a damn shame this fight didn't happen. I think Carlos Adames, he says it was weight related. I think it was maybe injury related. There's a lot of rumors, speculations going around. I don't know what the truth is, but it's a shame that he's not fighting.
You know much about Ammo Williams? What do you think about him?
Yeah, I think Ammo is a really good fighter, strong fighter. I think that was a good fight. That was definitely a firefight. Two punchers. I think that fight was going to end early, and I don't know which way it was going to go.
Bruce Shushu Carrington has an opportunity to win his first world title here tomorrow night. Is this going to be his breakout moment? What do you know about Shushu?
Yeah, I mean, I came up with Shushu since we were young kids. Seeing him at tournaments, sparring him as we were, 10, 11 years old. So I'm very familiar with Shushu. I think this is definitely his breakout fight. I see him being victorious, and I see him displaying, his full arsenal.
Shushu Carrington is one of these guys that's about to break out. Do you think he's going to have to go for the knockout, or is he just going to be looking to box and, control the range, control the distance, and just win a comfortable decision here in his hometown?
Growing up, Shushu was a boxer, but now, we've seen him in the pros, and he's hurting guys. He's knocking guys out. So I think that he's a boxer puncher. I think that he can go in there and he can put him out. I'm not too familiar with his opponent, but I just know the type of fighter that Shushu is.
Devin, is there anyone you haven't sparred?
A lot of these guys I came up with, since young kids. So since the juniors and the youths and everything like that. So I sparred all these guys. So I'm very familiar with all of them.
All right, we're just a few minutes away from the weigh-in, which gives us an opportunity to go into camp with Teofimo Lopez. Check it out.
Tonight, right now we're boxing. Yep. We're original, classic, reason why we're here type of boxing.
Well, every day is a learning experience. So when he's in there, he's just focused, And When I see him focus, every time I know that he has somebody, I always tell him, you already figured him out. You know, that's like letting him know, have fun. From now on, just have fun. Back out. Double down. 1, 2.
When it comes to it, like, boxing is pretty much all mentality. It's all mental. Are you mentally prepared with the audience? Are you mentally going to be prepared with the certain punch selection? There's things that I also got to train as well. There's things that I have to maintain as well. Those are things that I have to work on within myself. It's a muscle. And it's a muscle memory that you have to create now. If you don't create now, it can harm you the day of.
I never understood it, man. No matter how much I said I achieved that, he's always gotta beat whoever's in front. I beat Shakur. They say he went up weight class. He wasn't in his weight class. When I flatline him and they say, oh, he had the best defense, that's just how it's gonna be. You gotta be okay with it. I ended up being okay with it.
My job is to show the world that can't nobody beat me. And I make it look pretty.
You can do all this, all this, all this. Bro, you try to step this way, go night-night. Going night-night. You gotta push yourself. How you remain on top. You gotta push yourself.
I think the fight fans and everyone around the world of boxing should tune in on this. Even if you're not, just in combat alone. I think this is a great moment right now. The crowd's gonna go bazooka. As far as Newark and New York and all that, I mean, you got East Coast. Everyone's gonna be pulling up. I want West Coast to come out here too, man. You know, it's Brooklyn, man. Spread love. This is the Brooklyn way.
All right, just a few minutes away, or so I'm being told, from the beginning of the weigh-ins. But right now, how about we shine on Devin Haney a little bit? The last time we saw you, it was over in Saudi Arabia. Your big win over Brian Norman Jr. to win the WBO title at 147 pounds. Let's look at these highlights. Just got to take us through that fight, what you were experiencing, and how you felt it went.
Yeah, no, I felt great at 147. I just felt so much stronger. I felt like more of my natural self. You know, when I was cutting down to 140 and 135, you know, in the gym, in my sparring sessions, I would be super sharp. But it seems like on fight night, it would all be left in the gym. This fight, you know, I felt like my natural self. I felt great. And, you know, one of the most important things was to hurt the puncher. I wanted to hurt him and make him respect me early. And that's what I did.
I couldn't believe what you did against that man. I mean, Brian Norman Jr. was supposed to be the new boogeyman. I actually was looking at him saying, this guy has bricks for hands. Yeah. The fact that you were able to hurt him and the fact that you were going for the knockout, this is a version of Devin Haney we haven't seen. Are we going to continue seeing that at 147? Was it the weight? Well, I mean, why were you so confident?
This is the best version of Devin Haney, you know, at 147. And I know a lot of people had written me off. You know, a lot of people were saying that I wouldn't, you know, I wasn't the same, and, you know, I was a runner and I was this and that. And I really wanted to show how great I really was. You know, I wanted to show the world that you guys don't know how great I really am. And that's what I did. I went in there and put on, you know, a great performance and solidified myself, you know, back on that pound for pound list, put myself, you know, further in the history books forever. And that was very important for me.
Well, it was a great night. We'll talk more about it a little later on, but it's finally time to get these weigh-ins started as we look at the fight card for tomorrow night. Here live from Madison Square Garden, a total of 6 fights starting with Zizou Al-Maouf and Kevin Castillo. Wendy Toussaint is the late replacement there at the bottom of your screen to fight Austin Ammo Williams. Carlos Adames pulled out with either sickness or an injury. So we'll see what Wendy puts up tomorrow against Austin. Then Jarrell Big Baby Miller's back. Bruce Carrington going for his world title against Carlos Castro. Keyshawn Davis, Jermaine Ortiz is your co-main event of the evening. And then for the Ring Magazine and WBO Junior Welterweight World titles, it's Lopez and Steven. Without further ado, up to the stage and Mr. Treiber.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weigh-in for the sold out The Ring 6. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Tomorrow from the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden in New York City. It is being brought to you by Ring Magazine. Sella and Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing in association with Bob Arum for Top Rank Incorporated. With a very special thank you to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority and President of the Saudi Boxing Federation, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. Also a big thank you to our sponsors: Thomas J. Henry Law Firm, Everlast, Halo, IFX Payments, DoorDash, and DraftKings. A big thanks to those great sponsors. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, the Ring 6 is sold out, but you can still watch it live, worldwide, exclusively on DAZN. Buy now at DAZN.com. Well, ladies and gentlemen, something very special. Madison Square Garden's boxing legacy is unmatched. And beyond the legendary fighters who have stepped into the famed Garden Ring, there are rare historical artifacts that play a vital role in the lore of MSG. Today, we've been granted special access to one of those treasures: the iconic boxing scale used by some of the most renowned fighters in the sport's history, including Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier, ahead of one of the greatest sporting events of all time, the fight of the century in 1971. With that said, let's now get the weigh-in process started. Our first two fighters to the scale, competing tomorrow in a scheduled 8-round super lightweight contest. First, we will welcome a native of Ecuador, now fighting out of Miami, Florida. His professional record: 5 wins, 2 defeats, and 1 draw. Here is Kevin Teddy Castillo. And now let's welcome from Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Undefeated with 7 wins. He has 1 draw, 1 win by knockout. He is the fighting pride of the Arab world, Ziad Zizo Al-Mayouf. And we welcome first to the scale, Kevin Castillo. $140.8 for Kevin Teddy Castillo. Now to the scale, Ziad Al-Mayouf. $141.2 for the undefeated Ziad Zizo Al-Mayouf. And now we will have Kevin Castillo and Ziad Almayu face off.
I tell you what, though, Kevin Castillo looks like he's ready to beat the hell out of him. I wouldn't count that guy out.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 8-round super lightweight contest.
All right, we're here with Kevin Castillo. Kevin, first off, shout out for the Simpsons. And look, you're fighting here at the Garden. That's a dream for everybody, right? Who's a fighter. How do you pull off this upset?
Sí, en primer lugar, hay que mencionar los calzoncillos de Simpsons, muy bonito. Pero aquí estamos en el MSG. Obviamente es un sueño para todos. ¿Cómo vas a poder lograr la sorpresa, el batacazo aquí?
¿Cómo lo voy a lograr? Guerreando. Como estás en los rines y encima aquí en Madison Square Garden. Van a recordar mi nombre, Teddy Cash. Voy a dejar mi huella. Mañana va a haber guerra.
How am I going to do it? By taking him to war, a war that's fitting of a venue like MSG. You know, I think after tomorrow, you're going to know that my name and you're going to know that I've left my footprint and everyone will know who Teddy Kevin Castillo is, because I'll leave my mark tomorrow.
All right, well, confident, upset-minded Kevin Castillo, thank you so much and best of luck.
Y buena suerte para mañana.
Muchas gracias. Thank you.
Well, Zizo, you've been traveling the world in your young career all over. Now you get a chance to be the first Saudi Arabian fighter fighting here at Madison Square Garden. How are you feeling going into this fight?
It's only right for the history maker of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to make history at Madison Square Garden again in front of the best boxing audience in the world, New York City tomorrow. I can't wait to feel that energy. This is a dream of mine since I was a kid. And tomorrow when I feel that energy, I'm going to take a moment, embrace it, look around, and then, like Kevin said, we go to war.
You've been in the lab with the Hall of Famer, Buddy McGirt. What have you improved on, and what are you going to show tomorrow night?
You're going to see good defense, good head movement, and a jab that's going to bust somebody up.
Good luck, Zizo.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Our next fighter to the scale competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round super middleweight contest. He will be challenging Wendy Toussaint. Let's welcome from Palm Beach, Florida. His professional record, 19 wins, just 1 defeat. 13 of his 19 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked as the number 8 middleweight in the world by Ring Magazine, here is Austin Ammo Williams.
So, Sergio, Ammo Williams will be coming out and weighing in by himself. His opponent, Wendy Toussaint, was just informed of the fight, I believe, today, but he's not here for the weigh-in. How do you think Ammo's going to handle this late change?
It could be a gift and a curse to save this date. He was preparing for a championship fighter in Carlos Adames. Instead, he's getting an unknown last minute. It can be good, it can be bad. I think Ammo Williams looks great. I think he's going to have a great night.
159.6 for Austin Ammo Williams.
Well, Ammo, you can't get an opponent to get to a fight with you. Your fight week fallouts are becoming kind of a pattern for you. This one, though, was for the middleweight championship. How are you feeling now that Carlos Adames is out?
Man, you know what? Like you said, in my last fight, my opponent pulled out 3 days before. We had a crazy, awesome, training camp, and I still had to, learn that lesson to be able to stay focused when things don't go right. So this time around, I'm not even worried about who pulls out or who doesn't, whatever like that. I'm still going to give y'all the same performance I'm supposed to deliver.
New opponent, new weight class, same mission on Saturday?
Absolutely. Nothing changes. Like I said in the press conference yesterday, it's performance-based now. It doesn't matter about who's in front of me. I don't let that stuff get in my mind and, sway things on my excitement for the fight. I'm going to be just as excited to perform for y'all, still to show like I always do.
Good luck, Ammo.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow the big boys of boxing will be in action with 10 rounds scheduled in the heavyweight division. Let's first welcome to the scale a native of Nigeria, now fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona. His professional record consists of 16 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw. 14 of his 16 wins come by way of knockout. Let's welcome the current WBC Thacker Box heavyweight champion, Kingsley, the Black Lion, eBay. And now let's welcome from Brooklyn, New York. His professional record, 26 wins, just 1 defeat, 2 draws. 22 of his 26 wins come by way of knockout. He is the hard-hitting former NABA and NABO heavyweight champion, Jarrell Big Baby Miller. And first to the scale, we welcome Kingsley eBay. $288 for Kingsley, the Black Lion, eBay. Now to the scale, Jarrell Miller. $317.6 for Jarrell Big Baby Miller. And now we welcome Kingsley eBay and Jarrell Miller to face off. The final face off.
317 pounds of humanity standing before us. That's Big Baby Miller. He's always confident, Sergio. Should he be against another behemoth of a man in eBay?
Listen, he better be confident because that's what makes Big Baby Miller must-watch television. I mean, put a microphone in his mouth, he knows how to talk. He knows how to fight. Both these guys have big power. I think eBay carries more power with that right hand. So whoever lands first is going to get the other guy's attention. I think Miller better be smart, get out of these early rounds, use his jab, use the ring, and land something big in the middle rounds.
It's a must-win for Miller to stay relevant in the heavyweight division. As for eBay, a win here completely elevates and reforms his career.
eBay's coming off the best win of his career with Gerald Washington knocking him out in the 3rd round. So I think he wants to get the respect of Big Baby Miller early. This is the type of fight that could end in under 4.
Once again, it's the big boys of boxing tomorrow. 10 rounds in the heavyweight division.
All right, Kingsley, you weigh 288 and you're still outweighed by nearly 30 pounds. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a heavyweight division. So 30 pounds, I mean, we've had Baker before, so we're definitely excited for him. Big boy showdown.
Look, you've been on a great run, 11 consecutive wins since that loss to Jared Anderson, another big baby, of course. How do you score the upset here and put your name on the map?
You know, it's exactly what we've been praying and hoping for. You know, I mean, here at the Madison, New York, it's still mind-blowing, but for me, it's just anything is possible. You know, I mean, we started boxing 5 years ago. Anyone with a dream, it doesn't matter what it is, you can do it, you know, and we're here. So the difference, it's really going to come down to who wants it the most. And we ready, you know, just don't blink, don't go to the bathroom tomorrow, don't put your popcorn on your lap, you will spill it. It's going to be a showdown.
All right, well, look, two guys with big power, can't wait. Best of luck tomorrow night.
Thank you. Appreciate
Well, Jarrell, it's been nearly 20 years since you set foot in a Madison Square Garden ring, never as a professional. How do you feel getting ready to make your pro debut here at MSG?
Man, I'm going to tell you something, man. Life has thrown everything at me, but that's coming from New York, man. You know, man, we get our ass whooped, but we keep pushing, man. So from 9/11 to shootouts and all kind of nonsense, man, we still here, we still breathing, we still fighting. So I can't say, listen, you know, put it on somebody else. God gave me the burden to do that, and as a man, I took my licking and keep pushing. I'm here now. Let's get it.
It's a very important fight for you. 37 years old. You need to get wins.
36, man. I'll be giving them one more year.
I blame Wikipedia for that one. All right. 36 years old. Need to get a win at this point of your career. That's a guy with a lot of power on the other side. What do you got to do to get this win?
I got more knockout, more experience than him. I've been in people's backyards, beat they behind. So like I said before, the main thing is whooping his ass and be more consistent, get a fight next month and keep pushing on, you know. He sells insurance. I think he actually ate Jake by State Farm, you know what I mean? So, you know, I'm not going to beat him up too bad because I do need to get some insurance though after this fight, you know what I mean? So I'm going to throw some bread his way after this fight. But until then, I'm going to park his ass tomorrow night.
Good luck, Jarrell.
Our next two fighters to the scale competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the vacant WBC Featherweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome from Phoenix, Arizona, by way of Ciudad Obregón, Sonora, Mexico. He has a professional record of 30 wins, 3 defeats. 14 of his 30 wins come by way of knockout. Let's welcome the highly ranked former WBC Continental Americas champion, Carlos Castro.
WBC, IBF, WBA, WBO, and 3% they charge y'all per fight.
And now we welcome from Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. He is a proud Ring Magazine ambassador, undefeated with 16 wins. 9 of his 16 wins come by way of knockout. Ranked as the number 7 featherweight in the world by Ring Magazine, he is the current WBC interim featherweight champion of the world, Bruce Shoo Shoo Carrington. And we welcome first to the scale, Carlos Castro. $125.2 for Carlos Castro. Now to the scale, Bruce Carrington. $125.6 for the undefeated interim world champion, Bruce Shushu Carrington.
Well, Sergio, we're about to find out if Shushu Carrington is ready for prime time as he gets an opportunity at his first world title. You've seen him fight many times. How would you describe his style?
Look, man, Shushu is a pure boxer. Beautiful long arms. He likes keeping the fight in the middle of the ring. Excellent right hand, and he's in his hometown. He doesn't want to show out. We've seen the fans that are here. He says that a lot of people came to see him get the knockout. This is the type of fight where he can get the stoppage against an aggressive fighter like Castro.
And Castro not taking a step back. I love this. He's the underdog, but he's not acting like it. Full of confidence.
Hey, he should be full of confidence. Carlos Castro's only came up short with 3 world champions. He lost 2 of them by split decision, only getting stopped by Figueroa. No shame in those losses. That experience is going to come in effect here with Shushu Carrington, who doesn't carry the same resume.
Once again, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest for the vacant WBC Featherweight Championship of the World.
Bruce Shushu Carrington, Carlos Castro, Featherweight World title on the line. All right, let's hear from the fighters with Mike Coppinger.
All right, Carlos, you are no stranger, of course, to being the underdog. Your last fight against Stephen Fulton, you dropped him. Many people thought you won. What were you saying to Shushu right there? That was a pretty heated face-off.
No, that's how it is. You know what I mean? He's motivated. I'm motivated. You know, this is the time of my life. There's an opportunity I can't let go. You know, I told him I'm gonna be right in front of him. You know, he knows. He's seen. I'm not afraid of being in an exchange. I'm not afraid of being in a challenge.
Yeah, no doubt you aren't, right? You faced a much better opposition, whether it's Fulton or Luis Neri, Brandon Figueroa. How do you think that experience is going to show tomorrow night?
No, that's the past, man. I'm looking at it today. I have Bruce Carrington in front of me, and that's the only person I'm focused on, and he's going to see who I am.
And then lastly, you are fighting for another title. I know it's a dream of yours. How do you get this done?
Mentality, man. You know what I mean? Nothing bothers you. You know, there's other fighters out there that they didn't let none of this bother them. You know, why should it bother me? I'm here, and I'm going to make it happen.
All right, looking forward. Thank you, Carlos.
Shushu, tomorrow night in New York becomes Shoe York. Once again, you're fighting for your first world title and fighting to be the first fighter from Brownsville to win a world title here in the big room at MSG. What's the confidence level going into this fight?
Man, my confidence is on 1,000, man, and I got my peoples behind me. Shoe York City, we in the building, man. We about to take it all the way to the top, and I just can't wait to perform in front of everybody.
You said coming into this fight you wanted to fight the very best guy that was available. He gave Stephen Fulton all he could handle in his last fight. What do you have to do to beat this man tomorrow?
Man, I got to be me. Listen, I'm not Brandon Figueroa. I'm not Stephen Fulton. I'm not Luis Neri. I'm Bruce Shushu Carrington. And I don't care about nobody that he's fought in the past. He going to know and learn that I'm the best fighter he's ever fought against. And y'all going to see the distance. Y'all going to see the gap in between both of our levels. Trust me.
Good back and forth there. What was your last message to him?
Mine, you know, it's just be ready to go. You know, because I'm here. I mean, I'm here. I'm not like anybody he's ever fought. And I promise you, I will be the best. I'll be known as one of the best in the whole boxing era. This is the Shushu era, baby. I'm ushering the shoe world order, just like I said before. And y'all will not want to miss the Shushu show because you never know. Don't blink.
Good luck, Shushu.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Ring 6 co-main event tomorrow is scheduled for 12 rounds in the super lightweight division. Let's first welcome from Worcester, Massachusetts, and proudly representing his heritage of Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic, His professional record consists of 20 wins, 2 defeats, 1 draw. 10 of his 20 wins come by way of knockouts. Let's welcome the former world title challenger, Jermaine, the Technician Ortiz. And now let's welcome from Norfolk, Virginia, a 2020 Olympic silver medalist, now undefeated as a professional with 13 wins. 9 of his 13 wins come by way of knockout. Tomorrow, making his super lightweight debut, let's welcome the former WBO lightweight champion of the world, the undefeated Keyshawn, the businessman, Davis. First to the scale, we welcome Jermaine Ortiz. $139.2 for Jermaine, the Technician Ortiz. Now to the scale, Keyshawn Davis. The same, 139.2 for the undefeated former world champion, Keyshawn, the businessman, Davis. And we now welcome Jermaine Ortiz and Keyshawn Davis for the final face-off.
Boy, Jermaine Ortiz looks locked and loaded, Sergio. He's given a lot of fighters problems in the past. What will he do tomorrow night?
He's going to have to box. He's going to have the same game plan that Nair Albright had against Keyshawn Davis. He was giving him fits. He was staying behind the jab. He was using the right hand, not engaging with Keyshawn. Keyshawn's a puncher. He's more explosive. But if Ortiz uses some veteran tactics, stays off the ropes, and doesn't let Keyshawn get started with the combinations, this could be a headache for the businessman.
Known as the businessman, but all week he's been saying, I want to change my nickname to the amazing Keyshawn Davis. Where do you think Keyshawn's head's at, Sergio? We know what happened his last fight, missed weight, fight called off, had a rumble backstage at another fight. Where's his head?
It better be on right, because this is a serious test in front of him that can actually go sideways if he's not focused, man. You can bet Keyshawn is focused, man. There's been too much drama in his career and in his life. It's time to get back to boxing, to winning, and winning world championships. That's a world championship caliber fighter, and he can prove it tomorrow night.
This is the Ring 6 co-main event. 12 rounds scheduled in the super lightweight division.
All right, Jermaine, really heated build-up. Got a little physical right there. I can tell you're ready to get your hands on him right now. How personal is it?
It's real personal, man. I'm gonna shut this big mouth up tomorrow night, and y'all gonna see it.
And look, you're no joke. Like, we saw what you did against Teofimo Lopez, Vasily Lomachenko, and in my opinion, there's no doubt that you are the toughest opponent of his career. How do you show him the level?
Man, he's fought chumps his whole career. He's gonna see tomorrow night. He's gonna be in with a real one.
And then, of course, look, we know how well your fundamentals are. You're the technician for a reason. You can box, you can move. What are you going to show him tomorrow night?
Oh, it's gonna show him different levels to this. You know, he hasn't been there with a real one like me, and I'm gonna show him that tomorrow. I'm gonna finish the show.
All right, thank you so much, Jermaine. Best of luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Keyshawn, you've had some of the best moments of your career right here in this city, in this building, including winning your world title. What is it about this city and Madison Square Garden that brings out the best in you?
First off, I'd like to thank God, Jesus Christ, my Savior, for just bringing me here today. And honestly, man, this is the Mecca. MSG, I always love fighting here, but, man, I don't care if I'm fighting overseas, backyard barn, or in the Mecca. You're going to get the amazing Keyshawn every single time.
You were listening closely to Jermaine's interview over there. What were you thinking while he was speaking?
I mean, nothing for real. Everything he's doing right now is acting. Like, we never seen this Jermaine to this date. It just goes to show I'm in his head, but all that stuff doesn't matter. We fighting tomorrow, and we're going to see what he really about tomorrow.
New weight, new team behind you. What can we expect from this new version of Keyshawn?
The amazing Keyshawn Davis. Expect that after the win, too, for sure.
Good luck, Keyshawn.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're just moments away from our main event weigh-in, but right now, let's look ahead to a huge fight coming up in February in Las Vegas.
I don't want no easy fight.
I'm gonna bring the violence. You don't want the smoke.
We're gonna fight, and I'm gonna beat your ass.
I don't need a spotlight.
I have a spirit of competition in me.
Vegas is gonna win this, the fall of King Ryan.
Watch me fight live on the zone. Show me who you are.
So many big fights coming your way here on DAZN. Look at this four-headed monster. Of course, Lopez and Stevenson this Saturday night. Barrios and Garcia live from Las Vegas. And don't sleep on Sunday, February 22nd. They fought each other in their pro debuts. They rematch now for all the gold. Shields versus Cruz DAZN. And then Saturday, it's a Mexican standoff. Navarrete and Nunes live from the desert. Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget about DAZN Ultimate. 12 pay-per-views for one subscription. It is indeed the ultimate boxing fans treat. Subscribe today on DAZN. One subscription, 12 plus pay-per-views. Todd Grisham, Devin Haney, and Sergio Mora, by the way. We always dial into DoorDash and get our food, which you can do right now. Get your favorite snacks. This is for Sergio. What'd you order?
No more Mexican food. I had to go with a chicken salad this time, Todd.
Use the QR code on your screen. Order DoorDash now. Get your favorite snacks and food for tomorrow night's main event, Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Watch it here on DAZN. DoorDash, your door to more. Let's go to the stage now, and Mr. Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most famous venue in the world for sports and entertainment, Madison Square Garden, New York City, New York, USA. This is the official weigh-in for tomorrow night's the weigh-in for tomorrow night's main event, and it's Ring 6, Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson in a sold-out Madison Square Garden. And it's all brought to you by Ring Magazine and Sella, along with promoter Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing in association with Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Special thanks to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and special thanks, of course, always, to the Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority and President of the Saudi Boxing Commission Federation, His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh. Sponsorship provided by Thomas J. Henry Law Firm, Everlast, Halo, and IFX Payments, along with DoorDash and DraftKings. And ladies and gentlemen, this event available worldwide exclusively on DAZN. Go to DAZN.com. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the official weigh-in. Tomorrow night, a sold-out Madison Square Garden. And behind me is a special feature from the history of Madison Square Garden. Just think of all the great names that fought here through the years, all from the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Sugar Ray Robinson, Rocky Marciano, Joe Louis, Floyd Patterson. The list goes on and on into the days of marvelous Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard. But the scale behind me, back in March of 1971, was stepped on, and that day, before that fight, actually the morning of the fight in those days, by Smokin' Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali. The history and the legendary history of Madison Square Garden continues with a sold-out event tomorrow night. So now the official weigh-in. Let's meet the fighters and bring them to the scales. First, the challenger, an Olympic silver medalist. Now, as a professional, a perfect record. 24 fights, 24 victories, including 11 big knockouts. Fighting out of Newark, New Jersey, USA, the three-division, three-time world champion, former featherweight world champion, former super featherweight world champion, and the current undefeated lightweight champion of the world, the challenger tomorrow night, Shakur Stevenson. And his opponent, the defending world champion, undefeated for over 5 years in the ring. His record stands at 22 victories, 13 wins by knockout, only one defeat, and that was a split decision. He's a two-division, two-time world champion, former lightweight world champion from Brooklyn, New York, the reigning, defending Ring Magazine and WBO super lightweight champion of the world, the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez. The champ is here. The challenger is here. Let's get the weigh-in underway on the iconic Muhammad Ali Joe Frazier scale. Stepping onto the scales first, the undefeated challenger, Shakur Stevenson, a two-time world champion. 138.6 pounds for the undefeated challenger, Shakur Stevenson. Next up onto the scales, the reigning and defending champion. Undefeated for over 5 years. His only loss, a split decision. From Brooklyn, New York. With a record of 22 victories, 13 wins by knockout. The reigning and defending Ring Magazine WBO Super Lightweight World Champion. The man known as the Takeover. Teofimo Lopez. Champion on the scale. 139.6 for the reigning and defending champion. The man known as the Takeover. Teofimo Lopez. Tomorrow night, Madison Square Garden. History continues. Sold out Madison Square Garden. Challenger Shakur Stevenson. Champion Teofimo Lopez. The Garden is sold out. You can see it all live and exclusively on DAZN. This will be the final face-off before they both step into the ring with a referee between them.
Teo taking his sweet time, Sergio.
As he should. Soak up the moment. That's what the Takeover does. He takes over buildings. He's taking over the MSG. Last time he was here, it wasn't so good for him.
There's a power move by
champion, Shakur Stevenson, a two-time world champion. Pardon me, three-time world champion. Stepping up to the super lightweight division for his fourth title against the two-time champion, the reigning and defending title holder, the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
Lopez has got a little crazy in him, maybe a lot of crazy in him, Sergio. But when he can harness that, we've seen what he can do at an elite level against Vasily Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. Will he do it again tomorrow night?
Look, those are two championship southpaws that you mentioned, but he also has had issues with another southpaw in Sandro Martin. We don't know what we're going to get, but that man is crazy like a fox. He has the same thing going from that Tyson Fury has. They can shine or they can be shined against, but this is the type of fight that we're going to find out what Shakur is made of. We know what Teo's made of.
Undefeated challenger takes on the champion, Shakur Stevenson versus the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
What did you make of that? Shakur staying steady and calm, while Teofimo Lopez looks like he's going to party like it's 1999.
Shakur looks good at 140, man. He filled out nicely. Normally it's Teofimo with the advantage of size and the shoulders and his muscular frame, but they both look in excellent shape, muscular. Man, this is going to be something. This is going to be something tomorrow night.
Shakur's wanting Teo to engage with him, but Teo's locked in his own world right now. A fascinating style matchup, both mentally and physically. Who can impose their will, their style tomorrow night? No one's figured out Shakur yet. Teo's been beaten once and had a bunch of close calls, Sergio. But you mentioned that when he's on his game, Lopez could be one of the top few fighters in the world today.
We don't know what to expect with Teofimo, but he can shock everybody here Saturday night. But Shakur, we know what to expect. He's going to be brilliant on the back foot, brilliant with the jab. One of the best jabs in boxing.
He's not done yet. So the takeover took over the weigh-in.
Drop top G-Wagons, we'll do Teslas. Don't pay for the bag, I pay semesters. I turn dream girls to my new extras. Players recognize game girls don't do. Run through the city like the Cool Out crew. Got a Harlem bra, got a Brooklyn bra. I ain't coming this far.
Well, Shakur, you've saying you've waited a long time for exactly this kind of opportunity. How are you feeling now that it's finally here?
I'm ready. Honestly, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I've been boxing guys like this since I was 8 years old, outboxing them, outsmarting them. This is gonna be nothing different.
With a lot of energy between you two guys this week. What was your final message to him at that face-off?
I can't wait to see him tomorrow. I can't wait. It's my time. I've been ready for this moment since I was a child, and now it's all coming together.
Against William Zepeda, you said you proved that you were a dog in that fight. What are you going to prove in this one?
That I'm the best boxer on the planet of Earth.
Good luck, Shakur.
Teo. All right, we are here with Teofimo Lopez. This is going to be the fourth defense of your Ring Magazine Junior Welterweight Championship. You're the best in the world at the weight class. What are you looking to show Shakur Stevenson tomorrow night? Okay, you spend all your energy dancing, or?
No, not at all.
Entertain, baby.
I don't know. We'll just have to see tomorrow night.
Okay, and look, we know that every time you're counted out, whether it was against Josh Taylor or Vasily Lomachenko, two elite fighters, that you always have your best performances. What is it about the big fights that brings out the best in Teofimo?
Well, I would like to say one thing to the mayor of New York City, Zoran Mandani. I would love for you to come to our fight tomorrow night. It'd be an honor, a privilege more than anything, and I think you'll love to see what we have here in store tomorrow night.
You've navigated boxing politics pretty well to get to this level, and this is going to be the biggest fight of your career. You're from Brooklyn, New York. You're headlining a sold-out Madison Square Garden. Is this a dream come true for you?
I'm living my dream. This is what it is. We live our dream, and I'm a walking image of it. So for everybody, I appreciate you all. I really thank you all. Most importantly, love yourself. Be there for yourself, because that's all you got at the end of it all.
Put you guys in position.
Yeah, man, this is awesome. What a time to be alive.
What a time indeed, Teo. Thank you so much, and best of luck.
Absolutely, absolutely. Most importantly, get your popcorn early, get your beers early, because this one, fuck them. Fuck them. On top of that, a todos mis latinos, yo necesito ustedes aquí. Ya, vayan la cosa ya. Estoy tan harto de todos ellos hablando mierda. Como nosotros somos nada, jamás. Jesús siempre, número uno. A todos mi gente, catrachos, Latinoamérica, baby. Latinos América, ya tú sabes. Teofimo Lopez, el takeover. And still.
All right, there you have it.
There indeed we do have it. That was certainly an entertaining weigh-in show, no doubt about it, as we return to the stage here live at the theater at Madison Square Garden, the mecca of sports and entertainment. Of course, Devin Haney still with us, Sergio Mora, and Eddie Hearn. Eddie, I think it's safe to say when Teofimo Lopez is at his best, he could be the best. from what you've seen from him fight week and what you saw tonight, is he mentally locked in for this?
Listen, I don't know where he's mentally at ever, but what he has got is unbelievable energy. He's a great athlete. You see that just bouncing around the stage, and he's got that unpredictability. I mean, I was just going to, before we went on air, I was just going to ask Devin, like, you know, do you think he can do this? Because he's an intriguing character. He seems to step up on the big occasion. And I'm fascinated by this matchup. Fascinated. The whole card, the energy from all the fighters up there, incredible. But this is high level. And with Teofimo, he's just one of those guys. You never know what you're going to get, but he's capable of something very special.
What did you think, Devin?
Oh, man, I love Teo's energy. I'm even more excited for this fight. Shakur, he looks locked in like he's supposed to, but Teo is just being Teo up there. I can't wait.
Hey, Eddie, it must be really good to see someone that promotes himself. It makes your job easier.
All of them. You know, Keyshawn, Shusha. Like, this is what we want. This is what gets people excited. I'm up there, I'm pumped. The crowd in here are pumped. The energy's on another level. This is what you want from a fighter. And this is high stakes. Right, the main room sold out, Madison Square Garden, World Championships on the line, Ring Magazine's on it. If you can't get excited for this, you know, but this is,
Oh, dang. Whoa, we got a freaking riot right here by the stage. A free fight here at Madison Square Garden. Who's involved? All right. Oh, Bill Haney right in the middle of it. Hold on a second. All right. My producer's telling me to ignore that. It's getting knocked out right behind us. All right. Devin's over there checking on his dad. Well, Eddie,
hello.
I was calling a fight live there.
At least get paid for it.
I saw Derek Jasura right over there. Okay, thank God he's not involved. All right.
No.
Good.
Hey,
anyway,
listen,
back to
we
the
don't fight
matchups.
for free, man.
Yeah.
Boxers shouldn't be doing that.
Eddie, on the card, some pretty good matchups. You see an upset happening? If so, what would your pick be?
You know, I'm intrigued to see Shushu Carrington against Carlos Castro. I mean, we've seen Castro before in some great fights with Fulton, Leo, you know, and Shushu Carrington, again, great fighter, great energy, but he's in deep tomorrow night as well. I think Keyshawn Davis against Jermaine Ortiz. Ortiz is a good fighter, and if Keyshawn's not quite switched in and dialed in after that breakout of the ring, and of course the first fight up at 140 pounds, he could become unstuck tomorrow. But again, he looks great energy, high level stuff all the way around.
I think Keyshawn is cut from the same cloth of these guys that you can't really rely on them. They can be really hot, really cold. But see, the thing about Keyshawn is he needs to make a statement. He hasn't been as active as his opponent. Do you think he's going to be going for the knockout early?
You know what? And also, you know, look, Devin knows better. Ortiz, a tough opponent to look good against. You saw Teofimo Lopez in a close decision as well, Lomachenko as well over this. You know, he's a guy that competes with elite guys. So I think Keyshawn's, like you said, he's going to be keen to make a statement tomorrow night. And Ortiz isn't the kind of guy that you can just go out and be reckless with and try and, you know, get the stoppage early. He's a good fighter. I think that's a proper test.
I think this fight is very important for Keyshawn because Jermaine Ortiz, he gives all the big fighters a tough fight. So this is a fight to see if Keyshawn is really elite.
Big Baby Miller is back. You never know what you're going to get from him.
314 pounds. 317.
Yeah, don't cut him short those 3 pounds. Do you think he still has the tools to be a relevant factor?
Listen, I've had my ups and downs with Jarrell Miller. One thing I'll say, he's a tough task for any heavyweight. When he's fit, you know, he's a smart boxer with a good IQ. He has a tremendous engine. He has a great chin. And he's a problem. At 317 pounds, he is a problem. eBay is 285 pounds. It should be a relatively straight night's work for Jarrell Miller. But he's been out of the ring for a long time. But if he can produce a good performance, maybe the big fights will wait for him.
Another man that makes your job easier with the mouth is Big Baby Miller, but I think he's going to be in trouble, especially early if he gets hit by the big punches of eBay. eBay can punch, man. He can crack, especially with that right hand.
Jarrell's got a great chin. Like, you know, you've seen that against Daniel Dubois, against Andy Ruiz as well. He sits right in the pocket and he leans on you and he slobbers on you. He's 318 pounds. 318 pounds.
Just like he's doing to you now, Devin.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, man. But like, you know, that's what you're up against. And whenever you face a heavyweight who's a big, strong guy who's got good work rate and a great chin, they're tough work. And eBay, I just don't think will be good enough against Jarrell.
That fight doesn't go past 3 rounds. I think Big Baby better be on his game because I think eBay's serious.
All right, so that'll do it for us right now, ladies and gentlemen. We bid you adieu from the theater at Madison Square Garden. We'll see you live back here tomorrow night from a sold-out Madison Square Garden. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. It happens live exclusively on DAZN. We'll see you at 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
New York City. We're here, baby. What are New Yorkers doing while the whole world is sleeping? In Brooklyn, they're probably starting a fight.
Going for the kill.
This is the takeover, man. We don't stop. We keep coming. North, right across the river. Close enough to share the same skyline. Where names learned to rise before the world watched.
Shakur Stevenson fast becoming a superstar.
Same tournaments, different gyms. Same proving ground.
Newark against Brooklyn, 2 generational fights.
So close, but yet so far. Till now.
I think he just don't realize how good I am. This is why we're here. We're here to take over.
These are the fights that the people want to see. The best versus the best. Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson at Madison Square Garden.
Don't miss the biggest night in MMA.
We are now set for the main event.
There's all to play for, which is so exciting. These teams have to come in here and give it their all.
Have a real nice tempo. Goes baseline, watch out.
Oh, my!
Oh, baby! All the way down the runway for a big-time throwdown.
Well, that's a lot of fans out there.
Look at that. The drama keeps continuing, Shelly.
This is just brilliant.
He strikes. Start as you mean to go on.
But this is the danger of the top two guys, and that nuclear weapon that is.
Oh, hello, goodbye. Score! In the back of the net. And shoots, score!
Of Serie A action. We'll bring you so much of it here on the Zone.
Magnificent. That is tremendous.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Going deep for it all, Devontae Smith!